So first time when you're gonna open Cubase, this window will pop up, which is gonna give you the option to select templates such as scoring, production, mastering. What these templates do, is gonna add drum kits with channels for recording, plugins for mixing, for mastering, but I like to keep it as a blank template because I get to control everything that's added into the channel. So what you want to have, one you want to have is this option selected prompt for project location and create empty project. Now this one will allow you to select the folder when you want to save the entire project itself. So I'm just going to use this folder for the new 2, select folder, and now it give me a blank project. So these are the zones of the Cubase itself. So on here you can view the mixing channel, the editor, sample, MIDI, chord spread, drum machine modulation, everything that you need when you're working on a channel, depending on if it's an audio channel or a MIDI channel, but also to keep track of your mixing and mastering. Right channel is where you can see your VST, effects, loops and plugins already imported in the media bay. You have a meter and a control room, virtual control room. I saw a lot of people, they don't use it, but I prefer to use it, as in my studio I use multiple speakers and like to review the sound in stereo in mono. The way to set up this one is actually you go to studio and then studio setup. You want to make sure you have the correct audio interface, so I'm just gonna switch now to complete one. Okay, and the next step is audio connection. So normally your connections are here, input and output. I don't use this because I use the virtual control room. So in virtual control room you have to have this disabled and create in here. So you just right click, add monitors, you choose a name, you choose if it's a 5.1, 7.1, ambisonics, 3D, whatever you like, whatever your setup is, and then you save. After that you just connect your outputs. What exactly outputs are you gonna use? So I'm just gonna remove this because I already have them. So that's an easy process to switch between monitors and between stereo and mono without doing any additional routing. I would say the first thing we want to do when creating a project is to set up the project itself. So you want to go to project setup, or shift plus S to open it. In here you need to select the sample rate, the bit rate, the type that you're recording, wave, AFF, FLAC. There's also the option to add an author or company name. What does this, when you export the project or the audio file, it actually saves the data inputted in here. This helps you protect your project and your audio if it's released by a third party or another individual that work in collaboration without your approval. You can take them to court, and just by opening the details of the project or the audio file will show up in there. There are a couple of ways where you can create channels. Channels you can either right click and then select what type of channel you want. You want audio, you want the instruments, and this window will appear to set up if you want to select a particular instrument, or if you want other settings. The same for the audio file, input, stereo, the configuration if you want like recording on like crazy, like ambisonics recording or anything like that, or if you want stereo or other type of outputs, you can enter the name here and then select multiple channels, and then this creates the multiple channels with the same name but numbered. Now if you're not sure what channel you're gonna create, I suggest you just select them, click right and remove selected tracks. You add a plus sign, and this gives you multiple options. So audio, instruments, samples, drum machine, MIDI, markers, rulers, groups, effects, folders. Uh, so you can set up multiple ideas in here without not if you're not sure exactly what the perfect setup is for you. So there's another way to create channels. So you can either open like a virtual instrument, drag it and drop it over here, and this will create a virtual instrument. Now if you want to start drawing the virtual instrument, the MIDI, just right click over here and select the pencil, or over here, draw, go back to the mouse scroller, double click, will appear here in the smaller window. But if you want to make it large, just click here, open sample window. It will open a bigger window, and then you can start drawing by using the pencil or just double clicking. You have also the knife, the scissor where you can cut stuff. You have the glue when you can glue them together, mute, audio wrap, and multiple things. Now, if you're working with audio samples and you're not really sure if it's stereo, if it's mono, what's happening with that audio sample, you just select an audio sample, you drag and drop, and this will create to those particular configuration if it's stereo or mono. As you can see here, I have this audio sample is a stereo. Left way, you have multiple options here, so you can open the instrument itself, the virtual instrument. Sorry, I have multiple windows. You can add MIDI inserts, tweak the panning, volume, oscillator, and everything. This left window is very helpful if you don't want to go exactly into the plugin itself. Or with audio, you have the same with effects and everything. So yeah, I'll say that's what you need when you're creating channels. If you're recording with a band, let's say you add an audio channel, if you want to record, you have to enable the audio recording button. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so okay. Not sure why it's not working for the audio channels. Give me 2 seconds to figure this out. Oh, okay, it's because I'm already using the microphone to record my voice. Sorry for that. But yeah, you can do the same. You can record MIDI or audio. The process is the same. The only thing is, when you're recording something, you have to have this enabled. If you don't have this enabled, it won't record in the channel. But you can. Let me just duplicate this. You can have multiple channels recording at the same time. If you want to send that signal to the headphones to the individual that is playing the instrument so they can track it live, you just have to enable the speaker, the monitor side, and this will send the signal to the headphones. So let's say I want to record just this channel. I hit record, I enable recording here, and then I can just use my keyboard and there you have it. I recorded. But yeah, that's the basic steps in order to work with Cubase. The only one thing that I want to say is with the markers. So if you want to skip a portion, you draw the markers like this, you enable looping, and now what's gonna do, it's gonna skip this portion. If you want to loop it, you do that the opposite way. But if you want to export a project, you need to have all the entire project like this. In order to select the parts that you're gonna export, you go to File, Export, Audio Mix, or Video, or Draw Project, MIDI, whatever you want to export. But I'm gonna choose Audio Mix. And now you have your option. You can export like just a single stem, like an audio mix song, or you can select multiple ones when you can have the stereo output or the stems if you want to send it to other people to remix them. But yeah, that awesome. It's also that feature is awesome because it's there. But let's just say with stereo, okay. You can also select the start and the you can also select the start and the finish here. If you didn't select in the markers, you can choose here wave, MP3, sample rate, bit rate, is it split channel, mono channel, left channel, irrelevant. And here you can name the audio that's gonna export. This one is where you can choose where to export it. I prefer to use it as is, mix down, because it's gonna export exactly in the project file itself in there. And then you just click export audio file, and that's it, it's exported. Hope you enjoyed it.